Oh, I got something to say about that.
Me and Rod were talking about that before the stream. Before we started? Would you guys trade CP and
Yes,
Mikel for Dejounte?
yeah. Not gonna lie
Ooh.
to you. Yeah, see,
DeJounte?
That's a
bro,
hard question,
Quis
ain't it?
knows, bro. Quis, everybody knows, bro. Who have I been talking about to get on the Suns? I said if Chris Paul
DeJounte.
retires, DeJounte Murray should be a Sun. I want that so bad. That would be such a good pairing.
You said Chris Paul. Yeah, I'll do it. It's not like
I'll
Chris
do
Paul got
that
a
with
lot of.
no love lost.
It's basically DeJounte for Mikel straight up because Chris Paul's cooked in about a year.
And then
Yeah.
DeJounte
He
Murray
might be cooked
guards,
now.
bro. He's a guard, 6'5",
Yeah.
And
6'5"
he's only
guard?
getting better. He's only
Yeah.
getting better.
Two
Hey, if we get
6'5" guards,
DeJounte,
man.
DeJounte
And he
and
defends
KD
like a
together.
motherfucker too.
And he's a dog on defense, man.
Mm-hmm. I'll do that in a heartbeat. The Spurs will be
I
idiots.
will feel no love lost
Hey.
to Chris Paul and Mikel gone.
What the fuck is Spike Lee doing on my screen right now, bro?
Bro, it's the Knicks with the pick.
Yeah, Knicks traded.
Why is he praying to the heavens, man?
It's not gonna
Who are they
happen.
about to pick?
He's praying for a bum too. That's the crazy part.
They're praying for a bum, which is hilarious.
Oh, we got a trade. The
Who
Knicks got a
traded, man?
trade. The Knicks trading the number 11th pick to OKC.
OKC.
And they got
OKC might get another one of them ones for real. But yeah.
We're streaming. You guys, I'm trying to tweet out this.
We're
thing.
streaming.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're
I'll
up.
get. Alright, I'm gonna tweet that shit. Suns Slander. You actually titled it that?
I'm weak.
Well, that's what it's gonna be. So
Nah.
It's gonna
can
be
you tweet
addressing
it,
Suns Slander.
Isaac? Can you tweet that on the?
So-
On the podcast account?
Who you want to go first? You or me when addressing
Yeah, I
Suns
got you.
Slander, bro?
You can go.
I can go first? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the
This
Thunder
might be-
sent multiple first-round picks to New York.
That's kind of
Multiple.
nasty. I don't know. I've never watched this guy for those men. Dang, he might be a good player for.
They said he's the next Frank Ntilikina because he's from.
Oh.
That's disgusting. That's a very bad comparison. But yeah, y'all guys ready, man? I gotta get this off my chest, brother. It's about to get ugly.
Yeah, Brandon, you can start recording whenever you want, my guy.
I'm recording, dude. I just started it. We're just.
You've
going
been
in.
recording. You
We're
got to
just
do the
hopping in
intro,
this.
brother.
I know. I'll just edit that part out.
All right, let's get it, man.
You guys
Okay,
ready?
that's
Did you
ready,
tweet
brother.
out the? Did you tweet out the stream, Isaac?
Yeah, I'm tweeting it right now. Do the intro.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the We Know Ball podcast. Today's episode is gonna be a good one. We got two people coming on the pod today, Rod and Quis. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
You're.
You guys ready to
It's
talk
good.
about all this slander that we're gonna?
Well, we gonna
to
talk
the
all
Suns
right.
Oh, we
community?
gonna talk all right.
We got two of the most vocal members of Suns Twitter right here,
Yeah.
man. So I'm Rod, I know you said you wanted to go first, so take it away, man.
Okay, so listen, man. We're about to address the idiocy and very lopsided arguments that occur on Suns Twitter, and it's kind of sad that we had to go. It's like Quis and I are really like the only ones speaking about it with Kenson. Shout out Kenson. So in regards to DA, right? DeAndre Ayton, I love the guy. Amazing player. Still has a long time in his league to work on progressing his game. It seems that, like, and Keith can attest to this, a lot of people to this day, even from the draft, when he got drafted to the Suns, have a lot of animosity towards him. Only reason why they're saying that is because they didn't pick Luka, which is okay. Whatever. I don't have any issue with that.
I got a question for you really quick before you continue. Do you think if you just remove Luka from the league, do you think the Suns will have already re-signed DA by now if Luka didn't exist?
Oh, to be honest, bro, I don't trust Sarver for a can of paint, so it really doesn't matter if he does or not. Sarver is a horrible, horrible owner, so whatever. And he's cheap, so he's not gonna he's looking at somebody winning a max. He's like, a max. He scratches his head when he says that. So in regards to DA and Quis and I are the only probably some of the most vocalized people when it comes to his play, right? He's
Mhm.
23, about to be 24 years old. Okay, super young player, very talented for what he's doing now, putting up 18 and 10.
Mhm.
On like
Very
10 shots a
young
game.
on 10 shots a game, right? Incredibly young, skilled and young player that has a long time in his league to progress. I think everybody can see that. People talk about D like he's like 30 years old and been in the league for like 10 plus years. He's not.
Mhm.
He's 23, about to be 24, which is kind of good that he's averaging 18 and 10 now with a limited skill set. And I think people are not looking at that from that angle. They think like he's a finished product already, which I don't understand. So that goes into those folks. I'm gonna say those folks. You can use the context as you may for that. We're gonna start with a couple names that I have a little bit of a quarrel with.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Name
let's
drop
get,
him.
let's get into.
We're gonna start with
Am I supposed to not to
B.
cuss?
No. Go ahead.
You can.
So it starts with two people: Coach Evans
Mm.
and BA Barbecue.
Mm.
So Coach Evans was on here on my timeline
Mhm.
talking about how
Preach,
we should
brother.
be
Preach.
happy in the position that we're in because we've been in the slums for 10 plus years. It's like okay,
I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree with it. At the same time, though, who wants to just be fun in the regular season and losing the playoffs? Anybody here?
Nope.
No.
It's another Utah
Okay, then.
Jazz.
Exactly. We all agree here that we want the Suns to win the championship.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why on earth will we just settle for being fun in the regular season, being good in the regular season, and then getting cooked in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's not fun at
We
all. I don't know what's fun about
shouldn't.
that. I don't know what.
So, and then when people criticize James Jones, he's one of the people saying, well, James Jones, he got us out this and that. Nobody takes away what James Jones did. Nobody's taking away what James Jones has done. From 19 wins to NBA Finals to a career high wins in the regular season. Woo! We can applaud that. We can be proud of that. But he still can take criticism.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with criticizing him because you need that. We can't just be happy what he's done and be like not look at the stuff he hasn't done. Like, come on, man. Let's be real here. So when I seen him say, "Oh, James Jones has done a lot for us," blah 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 blah, I was like, "That's cool." But what is that? Like, I want to win a championship. I don't want to see. There's nothing else. So if James Jones is not making the correct moves for this roster, I'm going to be upset. Like every regular rational Suns fan should be. Correct?
I agree.
We need shot creators. Who do we get at the deadline?
Corey Craig, baby.
Aaron Holiday.
And guess what happened? We didn't play Aaron Holiday, who was a better player than Campaign down the stretch of the freaking last season.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I have no problem with what James Jones has done so far. Do I think he should be doing better? Yeah. I think everybody wants their GM to do better because you want your team to compete for a championship. That's just at the end of the day, that's what it is. So it's like, stop acting like we're attacking James Jones, saying this and that. And then when Brandon said this, this is the one thing that Brandon said, and Quis seen this. I don't know why Quis would be so nice to this man sometimes.
Yeah.
Brandon said, "We're trying to tear another black man down." Quis and I are black.
Oh
Why would we tear him down? We want him to be good. We can criticize his moves. There's nothing wrong with criticizing him as long as he's making the steps in the right direction. I'm fine. That's what it is.
We don't even tear the man down now, so we just point out.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
We're just pointing out what we want, like what we should have. More shot
DA
creation.
is the one that gets torn down.
Exactly.
Anything.
DA takes the bulk of the slander.
He be getting his head cracked in.
Smear Campaign all my timeline.
Bro.
Then we have, so that goes into the point of DA.
Mm-hmm.
Those folks in Suns Twitter, those folks, and again, context, you can use whatever context you want. Those folks would smear DA and ignore Chris Paul averaging 9 points in a Maverick series.
That's another thing with like how you're saying with like tearing them down. when we like point out Chris Paul having a bad like series or in the playoffs like every time, they think that we hate him for some reason now. And we're just
I
Yeah,
pointing
don't.
out
I
pointing
just
out
don't
what we did.
understand that, and I don't understand that. I'm fine with slander. Not even slander. I'm fine with pointing out if DA was mid. That's cool with me. I'm fine with pointing out when Devin Booker played bad. That's absolutely fine with me. Why is it we can't do that to Chris Paul? Chris
He's
Paul's
the
not
only. I was
not
gonna
worthy
say
of blame.
he's the only one I feel like that. Even Book, sometimes I think gets more than,
Chris
Chris,
Paul,
which
bro,
makes
and it
sense though,
isn't.
because the best player should get the most. But
But Chris
like
Paul,
Chris
there's been
Paul
multiple
gets
times where Chris
protected.
Paul, exactly. There's been multiple times where Chris Paul iced Devin Booker out of the game.
Oh, plenty.
Oh, don't even get me fucking started on that, bro.
And,
Oh
and
my
Chris Paul,
god.
and Chris Paul did it, and Chris Paul has iced DA out of the game. So
That's
Multiple times.
that's like a topic. That's like a main thing you can remember from the last 2 seasons is how DA progressively throughout the game gets less and less touches per quarter.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. And then the thing is, when it comes to showing up in games in the finals run, who was really one of the main people showing up? DA was really in each series hooping, each series,
He
and then
was our
even in the
best player in
Pelicans
like 2 of
series.
those series.
Exactly.
I think he was the Suns' best player in the Clippers series, like
It
consistency wise.
was him.
Oh yeah,
It was literally
definitely.
him.
He for sure was
It
the
was
best
legit.
in this
He was 1A. He was 1A. D Book was 1B because D Book had them 2 amazing first starts of the game with the 40-point triple double, which is amazing. And then Chris Paul came in and iced it. But again, we're not gonna sit here. I'm not saying Chris Paul was a bad addition to the team. He wasn't. He had great games that got us to where we needed to be. We just didn't overcome the hurdle. I'm just saying he's not void of blame. For people talking about, oh, DA hasn't progressed, DA has actually extended his game out to the perimeter, which I'm pretty happy about. Has actually did more with dribble driving. But if it's not to a max, like the max of like, oh yeah, he's finally doing all this now, people are disappointed, which I don't like.
He's
Because he's
slowly getting
23.
there. Yeah,
Here's
he's
the
like
thing.
slowly getting there.
If I in 2018, like right when the Suns drafted DeAndre Ayton, if I told you that in 4 years he was going to be an 18-10 guy while playing with Chris Paul with generational touch
And elite
like
defense.
I don't know about elite defense, but
for his
very
Good
very
defense,
good
good
defense.
Yeah.
Good
In the
defense, good
playoffs
defense.
last year, I would say it was elite, but he definitely took a step
Elite,
down.
yeah, that's fine. But I think overall, very good defense. But like, if I told you all that back in 2018, it's a no-brainer to max him. So what changed?
Exactly.
Before we change the
Oh, he
subject,
plays video games. My bad. Sorry.
I want to get
And that's my next point. I'm about to. This is that's my next
before
point
we
for
keep
the.
going on DA. I want to go back to your guys' Chris Paul slander thing, whatever. I agree and disagree with you guys on that. I think that after these playoffs, I think Chris Paul has got more slander than anybody on the Suns. And I guess it's warranted to an extent, but we wouldn't even have been in the second round without Chris Paul after Devin Booker went
Okay,
out. I
and
understand that
and
DA.
that's fine.
I understand that DA
We
helped
understand
us.
that.
Right, but I just think that I think that the discourse with CP after this playoff run, I don't
The
think it's
only
as
thing I have a
warranted as
problem
people
with
are
Chris
making
Paul
it.
is like the only thing I think I have a problem with Chris Paul is if you're injured, bro, sit.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
my
have an
main
issue with
thing.
Chris. Listen, I love Chris Paul when he plays well and like being aggressive towards taking the mid range. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything that's possible to help the team win. But when he's not a beneficiary on the offense and is getting picked on defense while knowingly having an injury, you're a detriment to the team.
That's
I think
not
that's
just on Chris
selfish
Paul
too.
though. That's not
Yeah,
just
that's
on
It's
not
Chris
his
not.
Paul.
fault.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out what Chris Paul has
Right,
done.
but
I'm
and
gonna.
I also
I'm gonna.
think what's the difference between injured Chris Paul and healthy Campaign? Because Campaign didn't do shit either, and then
Exactly.
it's
I'm
on
not.
The
But
Monty.
like I
difference
said, we're
the
not
difference is
taking away nothing
IQ.
from Chris. We're not taking away nothing from Chris. Chris is an excellent addition to this team. The same, like I said, I slander everybody. Mikal played trash. Mikal didn't even hunt for a shot. Cam Johnson was bricking from 3, and he was a 40% 3-point shooter during the regular season. DA was not playing aggressive. I can name everything that these players have done that I dislike and like during these series. Easily. Devin Booker playing bad out double teams. He doesn't know when to pass the ball. unnecessary turnovers. Everything can be said from an objective eye view of how this team was. That's fine. I'm cool. I'm just picking apart from what I've seen on my TL. I'm not disagreeing with you what you're saying. From what I've seen on my TL, DA has took the blunt of the blame from majority of Suns Twitter. I'm going to quote that Suns Twitter because I don't know what they be talking about. And I'm like,
It's
whoa.
Scottsdale Suns Twitter.
See, and that's where
Yes.
our timelines must just be different because I don't
Oh,
see
it
that
is
much
different.
DA slander on my
I
timeline. If anything,
Quis and I have seen that. I'm sorry,
God.
man.
I see hella DA slander. It's insane.
And I guess what do you guys consider slander? Just don't give him a max, or
Oh, we have a trade.
No, it's way more than that.
What's the
I think
trade? Let's
when
pause for the trade.
The Hornets the Hornets picked Jalen Duren with the 13th pick and are trading him to the Pistons.
that's a good.
okay.
I don't know about that.
Turn me up, Detroit.
But I think Detroit's gonna be a good team. But the thing is, so Quiz will be able to speak more on the DA slander because I seen it, but I think Quiz can speak more into it. Now back to this people I'm about to mention. BA Barbecue. Yeah. Seems like a person who's scared of smoke. I'm like, and we all know what that means, so I'm not gonna go more into it. The condescending messages, the condescending ways to speak to people, and then backing down when confronted. I don't like that. You're a grown man. Be a grown man. That's all I need to say about that.
What does Jalen Duren to the Pistons trade mean for DeAndre Ayton?
I don't know really.
Nothing.
Nothing
You
much.
don't think so?
No.
I
And
think
then we got everybody's favorite person next, and the person I'm probably gonna slander, like I'm probably gonna get the most slander off on. Leezus, baby.
Oh,
Andrew
yes.
Leezus.
Oh,
shit.
oh man.
Spit it out
Andrew
because we know how I feel about that
Andrew
man.
Leezus. So Andrew Leezus, a very, very funny and shady character in Suns Twitter.
Polarizing for sure.
Funny
Polarizing.
is an overstatement. I would just say shady. He's just fucking
funny.
annoying.
Funny is a way to be more of a not
Polite.
too crazy. Yeah. So Andrew Leezus, when he talked about, oh, don't be surprised if such and such happens, I'm like, dude, you don't even know majority of what's happening behind the scenes. The only person here on Suns Twitter that has the most information is the dude who's in this podcast right now. My homie, our homie, Quis. So
Vouch.
him taking sorry if I offend anybody. When
You're good.
When Leezus is taking the, oh, I know everything's gonna occur, like belt, I'm like, what are you talking about right now? You don't even know what's happening. Like, what are we saying? And it's like, don't be that guy. Just don't be that guy. What are you doing? You know you're not. You don't know majority of the information, and he also is a participant in DA slander, and he thinks he tries to be cool, like tries to like disguise it. Like, bro, come on, man. Like, let's be real here, bro.
He
Like,
switches
those
his
are the
take on that like every day.
and and it's ugly because you're not 10 toes on anything you're saying, and you're quick to switch when pressure is applied to you. And the thing is, bro, it's just words. I'm not gonna go aggro on you. I'm like, it's words, and it's so easy. If I can make you switch and change your opinion based off some words, you are not the person I want to talk to or listen to when it comes to information given about this team. That's it. Like, you're not serious. You are not serious.
Hey, Rod, buddy. No,
You're not serious. You're not.
I'll say, me now, because y'all know I always be trying to defend DA and shit, but I don't even like it coming off as me defending DA, but I have to because I feel like the main reason I do it, I feel like he gets,
Kemba Walker to
shit.
Detroit.
I'm out. Oh, wait, I just see that on my phone, too.
Yo.
That's
Trade
different.
bomb.
That's kind of
What
far.
happened? What happened?
Is he okay with coming off the bench?
Kemba Walker to
Kemba
Detroit.
Walker's going to the
Kemba Walker is a Detroit Piston. That's kind of crazy.
Ooh,
Bro,
That's kind
tell
of
me this isn't gonna be.
hold on.
They already got more creators than us.
And the Knicks got
That's kinda
Jalen
sad.
Duren in return.
This is probably
The
gonna be a
Knicks are-
trade package for Kyrie.
Oh my god, yo, I'm hella confused. So, what the fuck?
So the
Oh,
They traded-
Jalen Duren is a Nick.
so they drafted him, traded him to the Pistons, and then the
I
Pistons
feel
traded
bad
to
for
the Knicks.
Jalen Duren because he's not
He
gonna
got
get
traded
no
three.
play.
Yeah, dude,
Oh.
Knicks,
Tell him to
Knicks
put
are
him on the
going
bench.
all in on Kyrie. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
They are.
bro.
They're gonna have to because that's the only way.
Kyrie is a
be
Nick by the end of the night.
You think
Uh,
tonight?
Still by the end
No.
of the night.
It
Imagine, bro.
can't.
That'd
It
be
can't be
fire.
tonight, right?
That would be crazy
thought-
though if it happens though. I'm not gonna lie to you. That'd be crazy.
I thought they have to sign him first.
I'm
Yeah,
so confused on what's going on right now.
I am too because like there's a lot of because there's gonna be a lot of bangers tonight. There's gonna be some bangers tonight. Not gonna lie to you. But
That's
go
a
ahead,
good point. I think Kemba would get bought out. That's a good point. Somebody said.
Yeah,
Because why the hell would
Oh,
Detroit want
yeah.
him? What
That
the hell did
makes
Detroit
sense.
want him for?
he's
Yeah,
not gonna play and he gets injured too
yeah. I'm about
easily,
to
so-
say he's not playing. What the hell is they
Yeah.
want him for? But
Now go ahead, Quis. Get your
I'm seeing some
say something, bro, 'cause
Kemba
I
to
was
Suns
talking
after
to
a
the-
buyout.
oh, the DA thing. Yeah. That's what I retweeted. I'd take that honestly. But what was I talking about? DA. Oh yeah, I don't like it going. I don't like it really like always coming off as just like DA me defending DA because not didn't look like a meat rider. But I really I do it because I don't like seeing.
Ain't
like,
nothing
the
wrong
one
with
guy-
riding some meat.
Hold on.
All right. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's really
Wow.
crazy.
But it's just like I don't like seeing like guys get like jumped like that. It's like he gets jumped literally. Like he's literally getting jumped on Twitter, and I'm like, bro, what the? And then on top of that, he's the youngest one. And he's the one like getting beat up on all the time to me. That's why it's like,
And it'd be a whole bunch of unnecessary sneak.
yeah, some of his
like,
stuff is just too far. Like a lot of the,
Yeah,
like I'll say this too about Brandon. Brandon, the only reason I still have those discussions with Brandon is because Brandon was like one of the main ones, like at the forefront of defending DA. Brandon doing his now because Brandon expected more from DA, and I did too. So I don't even really. The only time I get mad at Brandon is when he sides with those folks a little too much sometimes, and those folks be
We're
doing a
gonna
little
keep
too
saying
much.
those folks. Yeah, those
Because
folks.
what Brandon's forgetting is them people are not. They're not coming from where he's coming from when they're talking about DA.
And the thing
They
is, too,
coming
like
from
we
something
have no
different.
issue. Exactly, we have no issue with like wanting more for DA, but at the same time, though, I'm thinking from objective. He's 23 years old, and he has a lot of time to get better. So it's like I'm not cooking him now. Yes, I
Yeah.
want him to play better in games, but
And a lot of what they say is not even wrong. Like he do got like I agree, like the dribbling and stuff. Like he got to do better with that. Like the dribble handoffs and all the other stuff. He could attack off that a lot more. He don't. Like he's scared. He is still a little bit too scared to dribble when he should.
which is
So
I
when they bring
understand
that up,
completely.
yeah, that's not. So when a lot of stuff they say not even wrong. So that don't even be the thing about it. They just go overboard with it, and they be doing too much.
They start bringing it to like it's not even basketball anymore.
Yeah, and then it's
Exactly.
because a lot of stuff, like I said, I've said a lot of times to them, like they're not wrong, and then they always come to this argument to me, like say he's not a second scorer. I said that, like, bro, anybody that follows me on Twitter can vouch. Like I was saying last season, I was saying in the Western Conference Finals, I said this ain't like good enough. This ain't it, because I even seen then like if Book is like kind of struggling. We don't have another scorer to me. I even thought that in the West Conference Finals, and I saw like we squeezed by them, but I even thought then that we didn't have that second score. So obviously that means I don't think DA is a second scorer, and I don't think Chris Paul is a second scorer. So when they come to me telling me that he's not a second scorer, and they're arguing
He's
like
not
I'm arguing that
saying
he
that.
is, I ain't never said he was. I don't think he is. I think he can be maybe, but I ain't never said he was, because I don't think he is yet. Because like I
And
said,
the
he got to
thing
be
is,
more
too, though,
dribbling.
Devin
and
Booker
all
has
that.
never played against. Devin Booker has not played with a person who scores more than 20 on the team.
I was about to say people, bro. I was just about to say that.
Actually, what is Devin Booker's like highest point per game teammate in his career?
It might have been
Probably
Oubre.
Oubre.
Probably
It
Kelly
might have
Oubre,
been
right?
Oubre.
Kelly
Oubre was
Oubre
at-
averaging 19. That is fucking sad.
Kelly, that's
Which
what
is-
I'm saying, bro. His second best like score, like points wise, was Kelly Oubre. And I know a lot of people gonna say it, but Kelly, yes, Kelly was scoring off like cuts and like the attention that Book was getting. But Kelly still, even when Book wasn't on the court, like Kelly was
He
at
would
least
still
he was
try to
able. Yeah,
score.
he was hooping, like he was able to go get his
Yeah.
own bucket. Still, we don't really
Like, he
have
still
that.
could
Still.
create for himself. Like, he will still
Yeah, like-
drive for the basket.
Like he
attack
said though,
and
that's
everything.
sad that Kelly Oubre is the guy that like nobody would think that's the answer. That Kelly Oubre was his highest scored teammate.
People have this weird like beef with the 2019 team now,
They get
especially
so
with
mad.
Kelly Oubre. But like, can you look us like in the face and tell us that Kelly Oubre does not solve one of our problems that we had in the
He'd
playoffs
be
Yeah, I
a
this
don't know
shot
why.
season?
creator off the bench. He'd be a great shot creator off the bench, man.
And he's
Like,
aggressive. And then on them times too, when we struggling to score and our wings can't down dribble, Kelly Oubre's gonna get to the rim and he gonna try to dunk on your head. He gonna get fouled or
he gonna
something.
try to do something.
Like
Yeah,
stuff
Mikal
like
be
that
playing
helps.
off
the main thing
sometimes,
is that he
man.
draws fouls and gets a
That's
line,
what I'm
which we
saying.
don't. Nobody
that right
does on
there,
our team.
nobody on our team literally does that. The last person on our team that tried to do that was Nader. He was just a little, less talented.
Just
Shout
yeah,
out
He was
Nader, though.
not. He was not one of them. He was not one
Right,
of them.
just shout out. But
Hey,
Nader, I
no,
like
no shout
Nader.
out, no Nader hate on this
Yeah, I was about to
podcast.
say. I will
no
say shout out
Nader
Nader though.
disrespect on this pod.
One thing I
man.
liked about Nader though, bro, I did like his mentality.
Yeah,
He
was
wasn't
aggressive.
afraid. Yeah, he was not scared. He was going to
Yeah,
the
he
cup.
actually tried to go to the
You just gotta
rim.
put.
He would
You
go
gotta
to
put
the
that
cup.
mentality into a different player who's actually better, and it'll work.
Yeah,
But
just talent, just a little more talented. That's all it is.
Give,
But he
give
was.
that
Hey.
mentality to Cam Johnson, bro.
Just literally,
Yeah.
bro. Or even Mikal, man. Like,
Yeah.
it would have been
Mhm.
Mikal. It would have to be Mikal because Mikal would be like, okay, cool, that makes sense.
can we like imagine how good Mikal would be if he had that Kelly Oubre mindset and tried to dunk on people and shit?
He'll
Like,
probably average 20. He'll probably
them
average
arms,
I
20.
think he could.
Bro, with them arms too, bro, he'd murder people.
Who was
Who was he
blocking
trying
it?
Average 20.
Who was
He would
blocking
average
that
20.
dunk attempt, man?
Bro, who was it he tried to dunk on? Was it in the Mass series or the Pell series? He tried to dunk on somebody on the series and got fouled.
Oh.
I
Who
wanna
was
say
that?
it was Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was. It
Nah,
was
but
somebody.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna
It
lie to you.
was
Even though
Jackson Hayes,
don't
I
like
think.
him. Even though I don't like him, when Shemme dunked on Hayes, I was talking kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
No, that was tough.
Hey, I said
That
it.
was tough.
Shaman's gonna have a breakout season next year. I'm
Not with
calling it.
us.
Yeah, he
I'm
will.
calling it.
He will
Yeah,
in Shanghai.
Like, I'm just saying, like, okay, I'm not mad about like the discourse around like DA. Yes, I think DA should be better than. I think DA should be becoming better, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking at it from like he's 23 years old, so it's kind of hard for me. Like, I'm gauging at his progression. He's
You know
actually done a
what's-
lot of things that are like pretty good. He needs to clean it
Mhm.
up, of course, but I'm not gauging him saying he's a finished product when he's only 23 years old.
You know
Well,
what's
that's me.
crazy to me
Mhm.
is Cam Johnson is 26 years old, and you'll have like. Do you remember that poll that Gambo put out where it was
Oh
like,
my
would you
God.
rather have
Oh.
Cam Johnson or DeAndre Ayton? And
Bro,
it was
Cam
like
Johnson-
Look
it was
at
like
the people-
50-50.
It was 52% DA, 48% Cam
Yeah, that's
Johnson.
ridiculous.
That's
what
crazy
I'm-
Cam Johnson
because
that's what
is
I'm
what he
telling you.
is. Bro.
there's way
That's what
more
I'm saying.
Cam
I'm telling you,
Johnsons
those are
in
the
the league than
people.
there are DAs in the league.
Look at the
That's a
and
good
those
point,
people who are
Brandon.
voting. Those people who are voting are the people that we're majority talking about. Those folks, like,
There's
That's
a
what it just
common there's a
tells-
common theme.
Mm-hmm. That just tells you that people are like they're just really like. It's about who they like. That's why I say people keep trying to say it's about the skills, just about who they like. Because it can't be about skill. Because that poll was way too close. Why would that
Yeah,
poll
it
be
was
that
about-
close if it was about skill? It's about who they
if
like.
Cam Johnson
Yeah.
was 23, 24, okay,
That's all it
maybe.
is.
But he's 26.
That's why
He's
there's people
old.
on there like, look, bro, I have a Mikal jersey. I don't buy jerseys. That's one thing I don't do. I don't buy jerseys because I feel like guys get traded too much. And when I buy jerseys, it's like it means like I really like you. So I have a book jersey and a Mikal jersey.
I got a
Same.
So I like
campaign
Mikal.
jersey.
But that's how I know. That's how you know because clearly Mikal probably might be he might be the most liked player on the team besides Book probably. I think
can
Mikal's
agree
like
with
right
that.
behind him.
I think in terms of
So-
likability, Mikal is over.
And that's
Book.
and
No, I was gonna
that
say he
when I
might be
tell
over
you
him too.
the likability gets people confused on what we're
Mhm.
talking about. That's the thing I get upset about. Mikal is not void slander. Mikal can. I don't care what Mikal tweets or not. It could be some. Oh yeah, we're having a great day today at the facility. I don't care. What's your play like? I don't care.
I love that
It's like-
dude, dog. I didn't even
And
know
I
that.
and I love Mikal. I love Mikal because he's a bubbly, energetic guy. He is. The thing that makes me mad though is you aren't playing up the par. Like we're trying to like, and I don't want people putting him in this type of tier with players that he's not going to be close to. But I don't like the fact that like he gets basically no slander. Like he gets like it's under the rug. Like
If you call up Mikal, the entire Suns Twitter is like,
Oh my
is
god,
attacking you.
dude.
Yeah,
bro,
that's
they're
all.
like, oh my god, why are you saying that about Mikal? Like because I'm watching him play.
Right. And I don't even
What
like.
you want
I
me?
don't even like trying to deal out like, oh, this guy should be getting more shot. This guy should be getting, because most of the time too, I be trying to like not even say nothing about like Chris Paul being hurt and stuff. And most of the time, I'll say it and then I'll try to leave it alone. But then they'll keep going in. I do it on purpose now when they go in on DA, because now I'm gonna go in on their point guard because they love him so much.
Yeah,
So I
they
do that
they
part on
point guard.
purpose. But
They point guard.
but
Not
when
mine. Hey,
but the only thing I'll say, like the Mikhail thing, I think people just go a little bit too far, like I said, because they like it. Because there's people on there saying he should be untouchable if there was a KD trade. That's
he is
insane.
not untouchable. I
Yeah.
would,
Like,
boy.
KD's one of the best players like ever, bro. Are you talking about you would let Mikhail hold up
Like,
a trade to get Kevin Durant here with Devin
I don't
Booker? That's
know.
insane to me,
It would be cool to have him still and they playing next to KD. That's cool.
bro. I don't
But
care
like,
who they send as long as KD is here with Book. Obviously, Book was only
exactly.
untouchable. They can send
D
anybody.
Book is the only untouchable person.
They could send anybody, and you should be happy because now you just go fill out the roster.
And bro, you
You have
got
those
people
two.
saying you got this dude, this football loser
Oh
saying
my
like,
god.
bro, what? I was
Wait,
about
what?
to say something
What did
crazy.
I miss?
I was about to
Oh,
say
I'm gonna send it to
something.
you. I'm gonna send it to you, Keys. 1
I
second.
was about to say something like Aaron saw what I said. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, what are you talking about? So this dude said,
Please
oh,
show me.
why should the Suns get KD? I'm like, are you serious?
Oh, I seen that.
Bro, and
He said
I'm
he
like,
didn't
bro,
like KD's
no,
attitude or something. I'm like, what?
Someone,
bro,
dude, the
he
KD had
Suns
attitude.
want.
tweeted
Like, why do the
this.
Suns want
He
KD?
tweeted the
Yeah.
same video
Oh
over
my.
and over again to prove a point. I'm like, bro, one play doesn't define how great a player is, bro. KD's a
Then if you
two-time world champion, two-time Finals MVP, dropped 30 plus in the finals in back-to-back years, and one of the best scorers, probably one of top 5 best scorers in the NBA. Are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about here?
and
I'm
if
so
you ever call that
confused
dude out,
right now, though.
he just says LOL. If you like prove him wrong.
And that's a lot of them, bro. There's a lot of people like that in Suns
Yeah.
Twitter, bro. I
Yeah.
remember it was one, and Quis knows him. Keys knows him. Some dude try to talk about Miles Turner and Rudy Gobert to me.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Quis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So this dude, I said, so being a great fan means you
Hell
can
yeah,
block shots.
Ricky. We need it.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
said,
shout out Ricky.
shout out
Oh
Ricky.
shit! I forgot we're live. Holy fuck!
But there was a dude on Sun's Twitter that Keith knows that said, "Oh yeah, they'd rather have Miles like he's arguing for Miles Turner and Rudy Gobert over DA." I was like, okay. I said, so when it comes to defense,
Yeah.
all you looking at is block shots. If that's how you determine how a good defender is, then couldn't say nothing to me. Blocked me because they couldn't give me a good answer.
I wouldn't take them over
But
DA,
this
but I think they're good replacements if we had to.
Miles Turner is trash, bro. Miles Turner has been trying to get
Yeah.
traded since the Barack Obama era. We're not. I don't care about that, man. And
No, I
Rudy
had a
Gobert,
tweet. I had a tweet yesterday that said I said the idea of Miles Turner is better than Miles Turner actually is, because
Yeah,
like
That's very true.
because
that's
everyone just
literally
thinks
that's
when
literally
you think
what
of
it
him, you think
is,
of
man.
3-point shooting and shot blocking and all that, but like he's really not like that.
He's
Consistent.
Yeah, they
he's
talk
soft,
about him.
bro.
They talk
He
about him
is
like he's
soft.
cat with defense.
Yeah.
That's literally what they
Man,
talk about
I'm
Miles
not
Turner like
going.
he's
I'm
cat
not
with
like it's
defense,
just
bro.
bad, bro. It's just so bad how they talk, and I'm like, bro. And it's like when you try to give them a. I'm nicer now. I'm not trying to be mean when I talk to people when it comes to basketball, but it's like a lot of them don't even understand what they're saying. They just try to make a point, and then when you get to the point and you flip it on their head, they don't respond well to it. So they just try to like deviate from what the original point is. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing here? So
AJ
like,
Griffin went to the Hawks.
that's not a bad pickup.
That's tough.
That's a good pickup.
I gotta-
Yo, and the little, you know how they got the little his name, and then they show like little stats about him under his name. It says more than 48K followers on TikTok for AJ Griffin, bro.
No
I promise you,
shot.
bro. The
No
NBA
shot.
might be
It
a
says
cook.
that.
It literally
NBA,
said that. I
it
swear
said
to
that.
God.
The NBA is a cooked product sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie to you. But
Hey, did you, bro? The first 8 picks in this draft took 50 minutes to announce.
That's
they
wild.
were because Woj over there acting crazy. But but yeah, man, like the Suns Twitter itself, like you gotta like for when it comes to Suns Twitter, you gotta follow specific people to actually get objective takes.
Mm-hmm.
Am I one of
It's
the people?
it's
I'm
getting
not gonna.
bad this offseason.
Yeah, am I saying I'm one of these people? Probably not. You don't gotta follow me, but the majority of Suns sort of follows me, and they kind of like what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm the messiah or anything, but like I try my best to get good basketball analysis, not just because I like a player, because it's basketball. I love basketball. That's what it is. Like when I watch basketball, I don't just watch the Suns. I watch other teams. Like what? I watched the Pelicans, bro. What? The Pelicans are fire this year. So like,
Bro, they're gonna be so good.
yeah, they're gonna be
Yeah.
so good. But like, you gotta watch other teams, bro, and you gotta see what other teams are doing too. Like that's what basketball is. You just don't. You gotta just love basketball. I don't like stop putting your heart into one player besides D Book. That's the only person I'm putting my heart into. Pause. But everything else. But like when it comes to basketball, bro, a lot of these dudes don't even like basketball. They just like their favorite. They just like a certain player and then think they're untouchable. I'm like, that's not how it is, man. Like it's not what it is.
Hey, listen to this one tweet. So under my tweet where I said Mikhail should not be untouchable, this dude said KD needs the right cast. He's not gonna win without the Draymonds, Iguodalas, and Joe
I
Harris.
saw that.
Joe Harris.
Iguodala.
Joe Harris.
I want
He was
Why the
like,
hell
like,
is Joe Harris thrown in there?
he
But like,
said
bro, some
offensively,
of
KD
these
needs one more double-digit score to win a game. Defensively, he needs a lot more. Trading Mikhail for KD is exciting way to win nothing.
he's smoking crack. But like,
That's crazy.
I don't like I'm saying, like, bro, everybody wants KD on this team besides a few weird Suns fans. But KD, bro, that'll be the first time in history Devin Booker is playing with somebody who averages a little bit more than him.
Well, come on, like, average 20,
Yo,
bro.
Can we get someone who averages more than 19
I'm
to
about to
pair up
say,
with Book,
get
bro?
somebody
Like,
that averages
Bro, that's
20,
what I'm
bro,
saying.
please.
If KD comes to this team, which I think we're all hoping for, and it's probably looking a little bit likely. I'm saying a little bit. That'd be the first time
man,
Devin Booker.
I'm
That's the
getting
first
my
time Devin
hopes
Booker
up.
playing somebody like that.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
starting to
you
get
should.
my hopes up.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, Quis. I'm not gonna lie, Keys. Yeah. But that's the first time I think Devin Booker has ever played with somebody who averages close to the same or more than him. And
Like I said, bro, his highest scorer, bro, was Kelly Oubre, bro, and people hate his
now
guts
you
just
gotta
because
think about this. You're paying. Think about it. You got three of the best mid-range shooters in the game of basketball on the same team, and you can't even double team.
Oh yeah,
Devin
that
Booker,
doubling would be
bro,
dead. They only double now because Chris Paul be MIA, but they
trash.
can't. You try to double book with KD out there, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like you
Dude,
literally be an idiot.
and you got there was and unfortunately Lisa, this is coming from Lisa's, but there was like a thread back when that Book double team video came out where KD was like defending him and talking about how Book averaged
seen it.
seven assists in 2019. He clearly, bro, I'm telling, bro, like
It makes too much sense. I get it. I understand.
there's
Right.
so many signs, man.
And I think like that's the reason why we're hoping that KD comes, because it opens up the game more for Book.
And it'd just be really fun to watch too.
And it'll be a signing product. It'll be a signing product for basketball. But
it would be fun to watch, and we remain like contenders.
And that's the thing. Like I want to remain in contention. I don't like. I love the regular season. Of course, we need to do good on the regular season. But I want the playoffs. I want D Book and Kevin Durant taking turns breaking teams' jaws. Son, like D Book goes for like 41 night. The next night, KD drops 30, 35 to 35, and then Chris Paul can have like 15 assists, averaging 8 points.
That's all we need.
And that's the thing, is when it comes down to it, all these Suns players that all the fans are loyal to, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, all of them, they're all regular season players. And in a league where you want to win in anything where you want to win championships, you trade regular season players for playoff players.
And
it's
what's
a
even
no-brainer.
crazier is D8 is a playoff player, not a regular season player. If we've noticed,
He is a playoff player.
Literally.
Man, what?
Yeah, Kimba's gonna get bought out like we thought.
Who's gonna get bought out?
That makes sense, Kimba.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Actually, you guys want to know something? So
2018.
2019, other than Devin Booker, I think Booker averaged 26. The next highest was TJ Warren, who averaged 18 on the dot.
Dude, oh my
God.
God.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, bro. He has never had somebody on the team that averaged more than 20 points.
And the year after that was Kelly Oubre and DeAndre Ayton both with 18. And then
Hey,
last year was Chris Paul.
I
And it's
gotta.
cool to have like players who can average like 18 points, but I want another scorer who can average like 30. Like
Yeah,
30.
18 points per game is not a scorer, by the way.
Yeah, that's
It's
not.
not.
No. If
That's
you're
a
not
role.
averaging
That's
over 20,
a
bro,
good
you're not
role
a scorer
player.
to me.
Yeah, it's a good role player.
Depends on the
especially
team
with
you're on
an
too. But if you're not capable of averaging over like shit, I would even say over like 21, 22. If you're not averaging
You're
over
not a
21,
scorer.
22, you're not like a scorer like that to me.
You're not a scorer
Perfect
to me at
example.
all.
Think of Jeremy Grant. Think of Tobias Harris. Think of
Yeah,
Christian Wood.
I think Jimmy Grant might have
Mhm.
been a little bit too overvalued. We're gonna just leave that for another day.
What
But
did he?
I
What did he
agree.
average
I
this year?
agree.
What
I
did
agree
Jeremy
on
Grant
Jeremy
average
Grant.
this year?
Let me see. I'll
I
pull
think he
it
was
up.
injured a little bit.
I
Yeah, he
got
was.
a question for everyone in here. I don't know if we talked about it on the pod after
Oh,
the
Jeremy
series.
Grant averaged 19, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
god.
Yeah,
And he shot
Told you.
42% from the field, man. Where
That's
is
That's
his value
ugly.
coming from?
That man was asking for money. But that's neither here nor there.
So when
Um,
during the playoffs, once we got eliminated, and that whole thing with Da came out, where Monty asked does he even want to go back in, and he said no. What is your guys' stance on that? Because I don't know if we talked about this on the pod yet,
I was
and I've been
upset
thinking
too
about that a
because he
lot.
couldn't give him the ball. He didn't give him the like, bro. He literally like didn't game plan for him or help him.
Can I
Like
be
he
I would
honest?
said,
say.
he said I couldn't. He said I can't pass the ball to myself.
Right, but you
Can I
don't
be
quit on your
honest?
team at that point, though. You don't.
Brandon,
I will say I
honestly,
didn't like
bro, when I heard that come out, it did not like elicit a response from me. I did not give a shit.
I
To
see
be
both
completely
sides of it.
honest.
I see
'Cause
I see
I
both
get it.
sides. I see both
Yeah.
sides, but at the same time, in a game 7, you have two people, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, who want to take the game over and win. I guarantee
I don't know about
they're
Chris Paul. I
but
don't know
that's what
about
Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul.
wants to do.
Well,
That's
he
what
wants to. He
wants
just
to do.
can't.
Mhm.
Okay,
He just couldn't. Yeah.
and with him being the vet and him having that last Pelican series, I guarantee Monty was just like, okay, you got the keys then. So
Mhm.
like
I think
I
Monty needs
agree
to.
with both sides, but for Da just to say no, he doesn't want to go back in and to play less than 20 minutes in that closeout game, it's ridiculous to me. Like
I will say
I was upset about
I
that.
didn't like him doing that. I would say I didn't like
I
him
didn't
doing
like
that.
him doing that, but then I kind of understood why, like the mindset of why he did it.
I think it
Yeah.
was like a
So
heat of the moment thing. Like he was just
Yeah,
pissed.
I
He was
was
like,
just
"Nah,
as
don't
mad
put
as
me
him
back
as I
in."
was at. I was
Chris.
real at the the person I was mad the most at the end of that game was Monty though.
Monty
If we're keeping it a
Monty
bean, I
got
was
And
really
hey,
mad at that.
so
to be honest,
bad, bro.
I don't think DA does that if we're not already down like 30 points.
He don't, because he'll want to
Yeah,
win. He'll want to win the game. Da
Yeah,
like
even if we're not touching, he knew the
But
game was over. And he
like,
knew.
we're down 30 points already, and he's not touching the
Mhm.
ball. Like what the fuck is the point?
exactly.
I want to say
So
too what
I didn't like it. Of course, I did not like it, but I can understand why he felt that way.
I want to say. I heard.
What'd you hear, Cuz?
I I heard a couple of the guys thought Christian had been out there because he was hurt. So before the game, it was already like a weird vibe.
Man, I can't even describe how angry it makes me that Chris Paul always plays injured in the playoffs. It pisses me off
And he
so
doesn't
much.
say nothing. He doesn't say
Yeah.
nothing until after we
Yeah,
lose.
but that's another reason why I was mad because Chris Paul clearly he's so competitive that he's gonna try to play anyways. But then now the coach has to say no, you're not playing. But he's so close to Chris Paul, he's not gonna tell him no. He
I
knew
think
Chris
that's the
Paul
one
shouldn't have
thing
been
I don't
playing.
like about Monty, bro. You gotta be a coach, bro.
I
Being
guarantee you, if
coach,
that was Da and Da was hurt, he would have told Da to sit down.
But we also have to
Yeah.
He's not
think
telling
like
Chris Paul to sit
let's
down.
think about last year in the playoffs
Mhm.
against the Lakers when Chris Paul had that surgery, that shoulder injury,
Mhm.
and I think he talked about it on
old man
JJ
in three
Redick's
on the
podcast.
old man in three
Yeah.
Yeah,
on the old man in three.
When he
and
told them to take him out if he was trash or some
yeah,
shit.
if he said if he was hurting the team, take him out, and it ended up
And he
working
was
in their favor.
trash.
But
He was-
towards the end of that
He was
series,
trash.
towards the end of that series, it ended up working in our favor. So
But
Mhm.
he had to get sacked. He had to literally sit for that to happen.
Yeah.
right, but maybe
My thing is, like, that
Monty
game-
was thinking
that
like,
game
oh, he
where
can
he
push
had,
through it.
Game where he had like 8
Monty got a bro.
turnovers.
I need Monty
the
to make a
game
tough
where he
decision,
fouled
bro.
out.
I
Yeah.
need Monty to make a tough decision, bro. Like I don't need him to be like trying to hesitate and say, no, if he's hurt, don't play. You're not playing. You're not. Don't play. You're not.
I don't
gonna play.
mind. I don't mind him giving him a chance first. When you see he's like literally like
He's
then you gotta
physically
just take him out.
impaired. He literally
Yeah,
said
then
that I cannot shoot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
then
shoot.
he,
game-
yeah. If you
game
see he's
3
just take him out.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think game 3 and game 4 he had game 3 he had 8 turnovers, and then
Oh
game
my
4 he fouled
God.
out. I'm like at that point you fouled out in like
Listen,
20 minutes. I'm like you got
and
at
like
that
I
point you got to
said,
make the
bro,
decision, man.
moving forward when it comes to this team, like I have high expectations for this team because we're about to get to Devin Booker's prime soon. Like it's gonna get
Yeah, it's getting
crazy.
real close, so it can be
So,
wasting years.
exactly, I don't want him to waste these years hooping and they're not doing nothing for him. So when James Jones say stuff like talk like this, he's not making me confident in him
Hey.
being a GM further down the road.
Can we talk about that the James Jones quote where he basically said Book was an empty stats player? He literally said that shit. What the fuck?
Okay, but
that came off as that.
that
That's I'm
it
like,
came.
what the?
That's what
You
I
know,
was talking about with Rod before you guys hopped in. I think
It does.
people took
It does
that
come
came off
way
like
too
that,
extreme.
but he didn't mean it. Yeah,
Because
he meant it in a different way. He
at the
was
same
basically
time,
saying it don't matter.
at the
Yeah.
same time, he wasn't very wrong. We were winning 19 games, so he wasn't
Mhm.
wrong.
It just came off wrong. He
Right.
It
just
came off
That's
really
just
bad.
It was
the
a
way you wanna
bad
say
time
it.
to say it. It was just a bad time to say it, but he wasn't wrong.
I don't
yeah.
know.
I know what he.
I get him saying that, but like at the same time though, like you gotta learn
Keep it
time
to
and place for
yourself, man.
everything.
Yeah, keep
Like
it to
time and place
yourself.
for everything.
But again, he
And like
wasn't
I'm not
wrong.
mad about
So
him. Yeah,
But like
time
we
and place.
watched the
Devin Taylor,
Suns.
Chicago.
He was
We
half
wa-
right. I would say that he's half right because he basically was trying to downplay the draft, and our main
Yeah, he
core
was.
was guys we drafted. Guys he didn't draft, by the way.
Dylan Terry to the
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna cap. But
Can we talk about James Jones like actual track record of moves and like draft moves and stuff?
Yes, please do. Ooh, damn.
Let's talk about what good moves he's made because there's less of them. The Chris Paul trade.
Banned for this man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the
The Chris
we'll give
Paul
him that.
trade. Obviously,
Yeah,
we'll give him that. Like it was a
I
gimme
can't even
trade.
give him that. I
could
give him
have
that, really.
made the Chris Paul trade, but because he did do it, we have to give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give it to him, even though I give that to Book. Because Chris Paul
Yeah.
himself said he came here.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna say
But
this.
we'll give it to him.
Majority of the players that want to come here now,
It's
it's not because of management. It's because of Book.
'cause
I'm
of
gonna
Book.
really give it a Book. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
sure.
He drafted Cam Johnson, which at the time was a reach, but it worked out. I'd say it worked out. So we'll give him that. What else did he do?
Nothing.
I'd say that the first Torrey Craig trade was okay.
Yeah, that was straight.
Because that was for cash, so that's fine.
And I don't
That's
think the
cool.
Shamit pickup was bad either.
It's
Oh my God!
From what?
Don't.
No, because we
No.
cannot go off of one season of this man and just.
Yes, I
Listen,
can.
It's not
Yes, I
about that.
will.
We
Listen.
can't. We
Yes, I will.
can't. We can't. Dude,
we
he was
have
a
Brandon. We have to go off that one season because it's all we have.
dude.
We can't like speculate, and we have to go on the information that we have.
Listen, Sherman had that spirit where he was having good games. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But I'm saying if we look at prior
years,
years, he's amazing. That looks like a good pickup. You can't suspect him being shit this season.
listen,
You can't.
no.
At the time, that looked an amazing pickup.
I would have been fine with that. I'm fine with that selection if he didn't get that deal.
Oh my God!
I don't think the 3 years. What was it? 3 years.
It was 4 years,
40
460, I think, or something.
Yeah.
They could have just waited. You don't pay a guy before he plays.
They could have waited on that.
I
They could have waited a little bit,
but from
he
his
would have to- he
production
should have to
prior,
prove that.
I don't think that's a terrible
matches for
contract.
the production.
Also, I
it wouldn't be.
agree
don't
with
think
you
he
on
was
that. I
worth the
agree with
first
you on
round
that.
pick. I don't think he was
Yeah.
worth that year's first round pick.
It's not like we would have gotten anything good anyway.
We could have got.
So you're
we coulda
admitting
got
that James Jones can't pick.
we could have
No,
got.
I'm not saying he
No, man.
can't, but I'm taking Shaman
You're
over the
right.
29th pick in
No.
the draft.
Listen, I get what you're saying. Like, man, I get what you're saying. I understand because he's a proven, he's a kind of like I would say proven player. The only thing I'm having an issue with is like, why would you sign him to that deal? That's it.
I
That's the
agree.
only thing I have a problem with.
Let's just keep that same energy this season after he's shooting 45% again.
Oh my God!
On a different team.
Yeah,
on
on
a
the
different team.
Brooklyn Nets.
So okay, but now that we've talked about that, the Shamit trade cancels out because sure it might have been an okay trade, but that contract just kills it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it cancels
I don't
out. So
think
it's
so.
a
It was okay.
it's a net zero, I think.
I think for the
No, I'm a-
production prior, I think it's a good trade.
I give you this, Brandon. It ain't terrible. He wasn't. He just wasn't what I
And
needed.
even the stats that we saw, I saw Isaac, you tweeted out that you want to see Isaac's stats when Chris Paul wasn't on the floor.
Shamet's stats, yes.
Yeah, he was like a 50% free throw or 3-point
Yeah,
shooter.
but I was gonna say a second ago, Shamet's best stretch of games came when Chris Paul was out for that stretch after the All-Star
shocker.
break.
I wonder why.
Shamet plays better with the ball in his hand because he's actually a true point guard. He's a point guard
It's
player.
because guys that get more rhythm when they just not standing in the corner. But we'll talk about
And
that.
we saw the
Exactly.
same
And,
thing with Cam Johnson.
Yeah, that's what I'm
exactly.
saying. That's
Because
what.
really,
Yeah,
the
we
thing is,
continue to just have Chris Paul stand up there and dribble the ball for all 24
and
seconds.
that's another thing too. This is the thing, pace.
Oh man.
Chris Paul
Our pace is
has
ass
young
now.
players on his team. Why would you want to slow down the pace of the game?
I feel like he should only do that.
This is
He should only do it in the clutch, but he does it all game. In the
Do you
clutch,
guys
I'm cool.
remember? Do you remember when the Chris Paul trade first happened and we were all like losing our minds about it, and we were so excited because we remembered the Lob City Clippers and we were like, oh man, we're gonna be like this
That's
fast
when Chris Paul
paced
was like 32 years old, man. That man was younger.
like high paced team, and then Chris Paul came in and decided like
Then our
every
pace dropped
possession.
to like fucking
We're like
bottom
one of the
five or
worst
some
in the
shit.
league. Like
Yeah, the
what-
pace.
like and especially with
It was just
a team full of these young guys who play better when they're
Like I
running the
said, if
floor.
you're gonna play that slow type of methodical pace, you better have scorers on the team.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
And
that.
we have-
I was just about to say that. When you play like that, like so now you're playing in a half court and the defensive set. So now you gotta have guys that's good half court.
They're able to able to take off from the,
have
like
good
take
half
off.
court, and we don't have that. So when you don't have dudes that can't score in a half court, and your point guard keeps slowing it down all game, it's gonna be harder for. I will say that's why they play. Look, that's why. Because people killed me for this too on Twitter. I said our offense to me on the 19 Suns was not only was it more fun because we ran, it was a little more unpredictable. So I feel like when you have like that in the playoffs, it's a little more dangerous. Your offense is a little more dangerous. We're predictable in the playoffs
The
on our offense.
previous GM, Ryan, how do you say it's Ryan Mc-
Ryan
Ryan McAdoo, yeah.
Yeah.
You can say Ryan McAdoo.
Ryan McAdoo. Ryan McAdoo.
He built like a pace and space team.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and then James Jones comes in and immediately trades for the oldest, slowest point guard in the NBA.
Right. Which is not. It was like I said, the trade's not bad, but
It's not a bad trade, but
it's
like
just you just wish maybe the guy he would like. Okay, I see how these guys are playing. I see. Like I said, I wish he would just do it in the clutch. Slow down in the clutch. You should slow down in the clutch to make the
Yeah,
right
because you gotta be more methodical in your approach.
When we're in the game, like even in that whole finals thing, I was like, why are we not running? That's why we play a little bit. Even other people in other fan bases say we were playing a little bit better in some of them series when Campaign was on the floor because we was pushing the ball.
Yeah, because Campaign couldn't use his right hand to save his life. But
oh my god, we just but oh my god.
y'all remember how
that's
hype we used to get when he made a right-handed layup?
I was so happy. I was like, oh, he made a right-handed layup. I was like, right-hand layup alert. I'm like,
yes.
But like that's what I'm saying. So
This
like,
is an NBA player we're talking about.
so exactly. So this is what I'm saying. So the possibility of us getting KD. So if we get KD, Chris Paul can play. Chris Paul can play that half court set because
we can do that now.
We have two players that average 25, 26, and 28. So
and you can't double them.
You can't double them because one's gonna get open, and I will be able to live with any shot they make, regardless of what it or wherever shot they take. I'll live with it because
I'll live with facts. I'll live with any shot Booker KD takes.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Exactly. And the thing is, that's what I want. Like, so cool. We get KD. The trade happens. If KD comes, if we're gonna say big if here, if KD comes, Chris Paul can play that half court. He can because now it makes it easier for him and the offense to move. Like, okay, cool. We have a 28-point scorer on one side of the court. Then we have a 26-point points per game scorer on the other side of the court. Both wings, and you can't double. That's what I want to see. You want the game to be easy on your best scorers because now the defense has to over rotate or has to learn, have to try to find a way to stop both, and they couldn't because one's going to be open the entire time. KD going to be. You don't want to see D-Book and KD on a one-on-one every single time. You go down the court, KD's on the other side. You can't trap him because he can dish it to D-Book, and that's a one-on-one. Because now
KD low-key open even when he's guarded, bro.
Exactly. You can even say that about D-Book at times. When D-Book is hot, nope. That goes
Yeah,
and because he's that great of a scorer.
Mhm.
KD and him do the same thing. Pull up middies. Get straight to it. Like it's old man buckets being given by both of them.
And
Literally.
KD's like a KD's he's a good passer too.
Yeah, I want to say something about Chris Paul because people for some reason think I hate the man. I'm just honest. I prefer. Never mind, that would be a lie.
No.
I was gonna say I prefer he would
Yeah.
stay. No, he can stay. I'll say this: I'm okay with him staying, but if he stays, it will require like somebody like KD to be here. My only thing with him, I don't want him to be him to be one of our scorers.
I don't.
I prefer him not be like not try to be a scorer at all. Like
The second Chris Paul became our second option is the second we lost.
Yeah, so when we
were cooked at that point.
If you push him to the third option, bro, then I'm happy. But that's
because now it's KD, D-Book 1A, 1B, and Chris Paul's like, oh, okay, I can chill kind of because like now
he could just chill.
Yeah, imagine
bro.
like Chris Paul would be the best third option in the league.
And nobody's gonna guard that. If Book and KD's out there, nobody's guarding Chris Paul. First of all, so he'll be open. He'll be open to do what he want to do. Another thing too that people
we're gonna have a decent defense. Right. We're not. I think okay, cool. D is wrong. I think the thing is too. This is one thing I'm happy for. If KD comes, that attracts other players.
Yeah, a lot of people will try to come here. A lot of them.
And when people talk about winning a championship, you know what winning a championship does? Mm-hmm. It makes more players want to come to your team.
They want to come here. Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why I don't understand why people don't like. I don't understand why I say, "Oh, I just want to have fun. We have a fun team, be fun in the regular season, losing." But no, we win a chip.
What's fun? What the hell was fun? Never mind.
Winning
exactly. Let me stop say that. Winning is fun.
If you win a chip, your team becomes more fun as a result.
Exactly.
It's not the other way around.
Players want to play, and you can make moves, and you become more advantageous. And when it comes to the offseason, oh, cool. The Suns just won a championship. I want to play for the Suns, and people and literally dudes would take less money to play for the Suns.
Mm-hmm. No, like we were saying, like the last two seasons, it's like it's fun, obviously winning, but like it's not as fun knowing when you have holes in your team that's gonna get exposed in the playoffs. Like we were talking constantly about how we need another scorer. Last year we were talking about how we need a big man, and like yeah, it's fun winning, but at the end of the day, we know it's not gonna work in the playoffs.
Yeah, nothing's fun about knowing what's going to happen to the team.
Yeah.
Because I said it twice what was going to happen. And like I said, we don't... It's fun. I get it what they're saying when they say it's fun. It is fun because winning is fun. But our play style, to me, wasn't fun.
It's so bad,
yeah, our play style wasn't fun. I wouldn't say that.
And you got to think about it too,
I say our defense was fun at times, but our play style to me wasn't fun.
I'm gonna say this too, though. I love the fact that D-Book and Chris Paul were like great in the clutch. I love it, but at the same time, there's something to that.
Why would they have to play in the clutch every fucking game?
Exactly, that's my point.
We should have been blowing teams out
because we were banking on McHale to score 20 a game.
Yeah, if we had another scorer, we are blowing teams out.
Bro, it would have been. It would have been the most. We would have been cooking.
Did y'all notice? Y'all notice those games like to where we did have to score in the clutch and win? It's because we couldn't score, but we just keep playing because we lock up. Yeah, we lock up, so that's what was up. But a lot of times we ended up having to win in the clutch because, like I said,
and
we can't score.
It's great to play in the clutch. It's great that we have clutch players, but like the result is that we're not making good plays in the other three quarters and in the fourth, and we're already struggling. Like prime example, that Timberwolves game that we played. That Timberwolves game. I love that game. That's my favorite game. That is my favorite game. Actually, both Timberwolves games.
When DA went off,
or the one where DA dropped 30 and D-Book banged on D'Angelo.
Yeah, that game was fun.
And then the other game when D-Book literally took Anthony Edwards out back to the shed.
Smoked him at the end of the game.
But you gotta think about it though. Look how much it took for us to even get that done. D-Book had to go nuclear on Anthony Edwards.
But he had like 40, right? Or something.
He had
to go crazy at the end.
Yeah. He went crazy. He went 5 for 5 on Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards couldn't do nothing to stop him.
Yeah, he had cooked him down like 4. He cooked him
it was like I said, there's fun games. There's fun games in the season, but there's games where we shouldn't have to struggle to get and then have to go clutch in that point. So like I said, if KD comes, and then I know if KD comes, there's gonna be a lot of other players who want to play with us.
For sure.
Dude,
That's-
a
that's what I'm-
KD trade, man, like I don't even. That's the part of the reason why I don't have an issue giving up like several players for KD is because it actually becomes easier to sign players once you have
For
Kevin
cheaper
Durant.
too, and it makes them
Exactly.
cheap.
You got-
It make them want to come here for cheap. Guys you
and-
wouldn't be
and
able to
cheap.
get.
Like PJ
Will
Tucker.
come here with you.
Yes.
PJ
PJ Tucker
Tucker.
gonna be a safe. I think PJ Tucker gonna be a safe. So he's gonna be real with you. But
If he knew,
But yeah.
if he knows something and he believes KD would come here, I think he'd come back.
PJ Tucker would definitely come back. He's like,
He'd
oh,
come back if he knows
And the
something.
thing
He'd
is-
try to come back,
and the thing is too, he's an actually good forward.
bro. He'd be fired,
He can, he's gonna hit those corner threes. That's all.
bro. And
he
then
And
too,
guess
if we
what?
and then too, if we want to go small ball five, bro, he literally could play the small ball five.
Hey, I got
And it-
a question for y'all.
So good,
Mhm.
man.
You can swap right now. You can swap PJ Tucker for Cam Johnson. Do you do it straight up?
Ooh,
Ooh,
I'm
I don't
saying
know,
no.
brother.
I would say
I'm
no.
saying no. I'm
Probably
saying no
not.
on that. Probably not because Cam,
For Cam
Johnson.
Johnson?
Because Cam Johnson can stretch
Probably
the
not.
floor, and he's not a
Is it,
bad.
is it the age?
Age is a
Or
big
is
part
it
for
probably-
me.
I think it's just a
Yeah.
shooting. I think it's a shooting for me. It's a shooting.
I mean,
for me.
technically, PJ Tucker did have a better 3-point percentage than Cam this season.
But he only shot corner threes and he didn't shoot any other part from that.
yes, that is also very true.
my man's
I'm
be
gonna
that
say,
quarter.
like, I think yeah, he was on the corner like, yep, pass me the ball, scoop, I'm good. Yeah. So I think because PJ Tucker hasn't signed yet,
Nope.
which is a good thing. So
Yeah,
like I said,
I'll trade him for Jay Crowder.
oh yeah, get Jay Carr on my team. I want that bum on my
Oh,
team.
yeah,
so
I'll do
bad.
that.
But
I'll do that quick.
I don't really want
Yeah.
Jay on the team anymore
This
either,
is
to
where-
be honest, man.
Yeah.
this is the most important thing because it's possible that we're gonna be in a 13 trade, which I think Gambo said. But say we get into a 13 trade, we get KD. PJ Tucker not accepted that money. PJ Tucker is gonna be like, oh, KD on that team, I'll slide. And then James Jones can
Mhm.
actually start being smart. like so.
He doesn't
that's
have to
what I'm
even do
saying, like-
anything, bro. The players will come to him.
So yes, I'm saying.
Like,
so
why
like
do you
now
look at
you started
the
attracting players.
fucking Warriors GM? Did he draft Curry and Clay and Draymond, or is it still the same
No.
management there? Exactly.
He just balled out like crazy.
Like-
like I said, that's the thing. Like we're looking at it. I'm looking at it from like you get KD. A lot of players in the league will be like, "Oh, word, I'll take less to come win a ring." And it's going. You know what's so crazy? You know what's crazy about that too? Those type of players, Keith. You know what those type of players will be?
Hmm.
Shot creators.
Yeah.
It
Some
will
other
be
shot
shot
creators probably
creators.
would try to come
When
here.
It will be a lot of shot creators because they want to get buckets.
They want to get buckets
Mhm.
on the championship team.
For sure.
So
And they know their game would just be like they wouldn't be guarded because everybody's gonna guard Book and KD. So the other guys ain't gonna. There's not gonna be no attention on
it
them.
don't matter. And it don't matter like when they get subbed in a night. You got KD or D-Book on the floor. Boy,
Mhm.
what? They gonna get there. Say we get Jordan Clarkson.
Oh my god,
Oh
I want
my
him on the
God.
team
Jordan
bad,
Clarkson.
low key. I
Jordan
ain't gonna
Clarkson
cap.
with D-Book and KD on the same floor. Jordan Clarkson is going.
I want him on the team
nuclear.
regardless if we get Kevin or not too. Like I need him on the team.
Jordan Clarkson will be going nuclear.
He'll go
Dog,
crazy.
anything is we're not gonna ask him for much. We're gonna be like, oh yeah, you could like get like 20. Man, gonna go for 35. Hey,
I'm
what?
gonna say he'll have games where he'll literally get 30. Like he's possible
So,
of that.
Like I said, like the possibility is endless if we get KD, which I think I will be happy for. If we get KD, shot creators and players who want to play for his team, that would be good for our team. And we could get and I want a mix of younger, old players on the bench. Like it's good to have savvy vets, but I want young players on the bench too.
Let me ask y'all this question right now. If y'all had a guess right now, like just what y'all think DA is gone or y'all think he's here?
He's gone.
Right
I
now,
think
y'all
he's
think he's
gone.
gone?
Yeah.
I think he
Uh,
has to be. I think he has to be in the KD trade.
Yeah,
he's
with the
gonna be
rumblings
good.
of KD, I think he's gone. But if the KD stuff is
Let's
not,
say the KD thing just doesn't happen. Do y'all think he's gone? Regardless?
No,
Y'all think he's
No,
gone
they're
regardless of the
they're gonna
KD
keep
thing?
him.
Or do y'all think
They're
he's
gonna keep
here?
him.
I think he stays just because I'm completely banking on the fact that there's no way James Jones is stupid enough to let our former number one pick walk for nothing.
See, I'm
Yeah,
on the
that's what-
opposite
that's
side
what
of
I think
that.
That's what I'm
I think
banking
that's
on.
the only thing. That's the only thing that James Jones will make a smart decision on. Is not giving up deal for nothing.
That's what I'm
Say
banking
this.
on. Because if if like the Pistons throw DA a max and we're just like, all right, and let him go. Bro.
Ain't getting nothing. Yeah,
I will. I
that's
will
something-
never. I will never forgive this franchise, man.
Yeah, that's too.
I would
That's
literally-
going too far to let him just
I
go
would,
for
I would
nothing.
literally become a Pelicans fan.
Because, like I said, like I'll say this too right now. If we trade DA, obviously, well, I won't say I'll get over it that easily. It depends on what they do.
I still
If
be
they
mad.
do the right thing, I'll get over it. But if they just let him go for nothing, because that's not the right thing to do.
I will
And
fight
now I don't-
Arizona
that's
and
too far.
like James. I might do something crazy, James.
If you're
Jones.
gonna
I
trade
might
my
fight
guy,
someone.
get something that makes
Yeah.
sense though.
They let him go for
Like,
nothing. They let him go for
Yeah.
nothing. That Seattle expansion team's looking pretty nice, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say because that's ridiculous. You can't do that.
But
now.
yeah, so I don't think, like I said, it's gonna be if we get KD, I'm fine with everything. Like I'm fine with whatever comes, because as long as that's the main goal. Because that's Flex has even reported that like we're probably like the star is gonna come here, and I hope he's right. And I think Flex hasn't been wrong, so I got more confidence in Flex and Quis because Quis is So
Right.
so like I got confidence in like what's gonna occur, because James Jones not passing up no KD.
You better
He's
not.
he's stupid if he do that. But and then
Can you
Sarver
imagine?
won't.
Can you imagine?
Oh, Philadelphia got D'Anthony Melton.
Oh
I
shit.
just saw that.
That's a
They
good
trade
pick.
the, they trade the 23rd pick.
That's a good trade for
Ooh.
them.
Anthony Melton,
No, I
but
don't want him there with them bums, man.
with
That's
James
my
Harden.
guy.
When James Harden, but
I don't want him there with that scrub.
yeah, but
Stop.
I think overall though, I think this like I'm optimistic because of D-Book because D-Book is here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I'm
That's
so
the main
optimistic.
thing.
Like
Dude,
I'm not I don't
Book-
care about the FO, no none of that. It's because D-Book is here.
Book is the catalyst, man. Book is like the starting point of everything.
And we already know, bro. You know players are talking to D-Book right now.
Yep.
Yep.
So it's like we know that. And you know who D-Book probably talking to right now?
AD.
Yep.
KD.
They've been talking since the Olympics, man.
Yeah.
Devin, and he said double. He's like he's matching his game right now, and the thing is too, KD's gonna pick a. If KD does it, he's picking the right time.
Dude, listen, I tweeted this the other day, and even like Kevin Durant or not, I do think, and I will say that these people that say like, oh, just be happy, that we're like a good team.
Losers.
They listen from a certain point of view, they have a point, and let me finish, because I think it's with the amount of luck and uncontrollable factors that go into winning a championship, I think it's unrealistic to expect a championship from any team, no matter who's on it. Like, look, even the fucking KD Warriors lost a final series because of injury. So I think it's unrealistic to expect a champ. You can hope for one. I think it's unrealistic to expect one, like a lot of Suns fans did this past season, which I think is partly why this offseason has been so like rough for us, is
That's
because
such
we
a
had
good
sky
point.
high expectations. So
Yeah.
KD or not, I think it's important for all Suns fans, whatever your stance on DA, on Chris Paul, whatever. I think it's important that we go in just like expecting good basketball, and like, I mean, expect a playoff team, obviously, but as long like I think
You
it's
gotta pray
bad.
for health too, most of the thing, because health is
health.
like one of the main things.
But
Hey,
I think
listen,
it's
man,
away from it.
I think it's
I
bad
love what you're saying.
practice. I think it's
I
bad
love
practice.
I love what you're
Mhm.
saying. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. But at this moment in time, listen,
I got you.
I don't like that loser mentality we got right now. So like,
I wouldn't call it a loser's mentality. I just
no,
think
it's a losing mentality in the sense like you're just happy being that we did great in the regular season and not winning the playoffs.
nah, because I was
I
pissed
think
when
he'll
we
still
lost
be
in the
upset.
playoffs.
Yeah,
No,
I think
not
he'll still be
you.
upset.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about
Oh,
those
I
folks.
see.
Yeah,
I got
those
you. My
folks.
bad.
So not you. I completely understand everything you're saying. That's fine.
All right, I
But
got you.
those folks are only happy winning the regular season and being fine with winning the regular season and not being in the playoffs. I don't
That's
like that.
insane to me.
So I'm
I
gonna
like
say
that.
this because them saying that, first of all, they're lying.
Very
Because
bad.
if they were yeah, they were lying. First of all, you know why they're lying? If they didn't really care and it was just like, oh, we're a fun team and we're winning games, they wouldn't treat DA the way they treat DA. And
Yeah,
then when
that's
you
what I
say
was
they
gonna
want him
say.
off the team, so
Because
that doesn't make any sense.
it's because of
They
DA.
want DA off the team because they feel like DA is not gonna help us get to the goal winning championship. So
Win a
them saying
championship, yeah.
that they're just lying. So that's just
And the thing is,
genuinely not true.
if you went and asked any of them, like, oh, would you rather go 81-1 and lose in the first round, or go like
Right.
40-42 and somehow win a championship?
They
What do you
catch
think?
lightning in a bottle, win a chip. They're gonna say the second
They're
one.
gonna say win a chip.
Oh.
So like, what?
Danny Green to
And
Memphis.
that's what I'm saying.
Ew.
Oh,
Did he retire?
that's
Oh, boy, that's
disgusting.
But like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like going well, like we won 50 games, win 50 something and 20 something. Cool, whatever.
Yo, I'm surprised
We
Ty Ty
would've-
Washington hasn't been drafted yet.
Ty Washington, that's a funny
Oh, boy.
character. I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but
My boy Ty.
that boy Ty.
My favorite prospect is Kennedy Chandler. I wanted
Hey,
the Suns to get him.
I respect.
Hey,
Kenny
do the
Chandler so
Suns
much.
even have a
Mhm.
pick?
No,
they
I
can-
wanted
that-
us to trade. I wanted us to trade it because he's like an early second, late first.
He's a
can
second round
definitely
pick
acquire that.
for sure.
You can
But we
acquire
might
that.
trade. But we might trade the second round pick with Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
Ty Washington. Please.
But yeah, like that's what I'm saying.
I know
like,
where Ty
have no
Washington is
problem-
from, right?
Where you from, fool?
Phoenix.
Ooh.
That might be a.
My
Oh, yeah,
boy
he
Ty
did play in
Ty-
Arizona. He did
Ty
play in
Ty's
Arizona.
He was born in Phoenix, man.
Yeah, that boy.
You know I'm a
Arizona
support.
legend.
We don't get
Hey,
bro.
yeah.
We don't get a lot of Phoenix-born guys in the league, man.
That's true.
We don't get a
That's
lot of
true.
those.
Arizona's
But
a
yeah.
great basketball state.
Yeah, because guys will come play here, but in terms of like guys that were born here, we don't that make it to the league and are actually.
Yo, the 36 is basically
Don't get a
just
lot of
drafted
those.
some dude who's a full blown tight end.
Right.
And with a strap, a full blown tight end with a strap. That is
Right.
crazy.
It's Wainwright.
I will say there's a lot of Arizona and Phoenix-born NFL players though. We produce
Yeah,
a lot
bro.
of them. Yeah, we
But
produce
yeah,
a lot
bro.
of NFL players.
All
There's
I'm
not a lot
saying
of
is
NBA
this,
players.
like, I'm cool with, like, I think I have a high optimism when KD come here. I still do. I just don't like, bro. If we are playing, bro, I want to win a chip, bro. Only because not even because I just want that for D Book's legacy, bro. Really, that's the majority of it. I want D Book to go down as one of the greatest shooting guys to ever play the game of basketball.
I think
So
that's
it's like,
possible.
and it's very
kid.
possible.
I'm gonna
He's
rock with him
already.
wherever
I
he
already
is.
think he's going to go down as one of the best scorers of all time,
Mhm.
just as it is now. Like he's been
But, like,
averaging like 25
man,
at
that's
least
crazy.
since he was like 21
Bro.
years old.
If you think about this though, if he wins some rings with a couple Finals MVPs, oh my god,
Yeah.
He'll be up there in terms of like bigs, like scoring wise. He'll be up there, bro. Because scoring is gonna be so easy for him, just because his talent
So-
is crazy.
How many seasons do we think Book has left? Like
In terms of, as in what being
of
here.
being like a 25 point per game scorer.
10.
I was gonna say
10
I was gonna
seasons?
say about 8.
Yeah,
And
something like that.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he's putting up. Yeah, I would say like I'll say 9, so we can have it like right in the middle.
Yeah, okay.
If D-Book-
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, for sure.
And that's
Because
what
his game is gonna translate well with age, because it's not based off athleticism.
and that's assuming. Let's assume.
man buckets.
Yeah, he plays the
Old
old man.
man
So even when he loses athleticism, all that skill and his footwork, it's not going nowhere.
Let's
Same with-
assume
same
he
thing with
plays.
Kobe.
We'll
Yeah,
assume he plays
That's why
every
Kobe
game.
was still scoring. hmm
82 times 9. So that'd be 738 games. If he scores 25 points per game in 738 games, that's 18,450 points.
hmm
And just those 9 seasons. So assuming he does that, plus whatever he's at now, he's literally going to be one of the greatest scorers of all time.
But you also got to think too. You might his points per game might increase.
It could. I think it
could.
will. Probably. He's
How
only
many
20,
points was it?
26.
How many points was it?
Yeah,
That's
he's 25.
That's 25.
Isaac,
That's
how
assume
many?
that's like
How many points was it?
like the total
Yeah.
for 25 points per game over the next 9 seasons. It was 18,450 points.
So he'd be at 29,667.
Yeah, because he already hit 9K. So it's like,
He'd be at 29,000,
Yeah, he's at 11K right now.
and that's
and you
if
gotta think,
he only averages 25, nothing more.
and you also got to
Right.
think about it too. Though. If KD comes, think about his points per game. They might even go up higher.
And Loki might go up.
Yeah, that's what
He
I'm
might
saying.
go
It
from
might.
averaging 26 to like
They might
28.
average like close to the same. They both might average.
As
close
of
to
right
the same.
now, if nobody else moves up into the top 10 if D-Book ended with 29,000, he would be number 8 on the list.
Is there
Yeah.
any
And
other current players that we could see? I guess Luca.
Yeah, Luka's gonna be up there for sure.
Luka's definitely gonna be up there.
Tatum will be up there.
Tatum's definitely gonna be. All I know
Other
is,
than that,
He
I don't
looks
know.
definitely finishing
Hey,
top 15.
hey,
I
Yeah,
think.
I would say as of
this.
right now, just Luka and Tatum, maybe.
I'm gonna say this right now about Tatum.
Maybe Ja.
Giannis.
Giannis,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely gonna finish it. I'm a Quis. I know he's part of team Quis, but hey man,
Who?
Tatum.
Oh, get it off. Pause.
I love Tatum. One of my favorite young players to watch. But that finals,
That was ugly.
that was one of the most disgraceful finals I ever
I want to
seen in my
say
life.
though, he didn't play like just awful, but he didn't shoot good. I'll say that.
No,
I thought he did everything else better. Pretty well.
No. He played awful. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's too far.
No, it's not. He scored.
I don't think he
13
played
points in the
awful.
closeout game. He scored 13 points in the closeout game. I can't give it to him. I'm sorry. Like
He played.
in the closeout game in the finals, huh?
He played
Like,
bad scoring wise.
okay, he played
I'll say
bad.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give you that. To me,
But in terms of what's it called, yeah, it was awful.
it was.
Because he was missing layups and shit.
He
And
was
that's
playing
terrible.
so awful. And
It
the
is.
thing is, too, what gets me upset is like the people. You see the tweets after Tatum play. He's a young player. He'll be fine. I don't like that.
But they don't get out to book.
Exactly, and I hate playing like the you didn't do it for this player thing, but like it's kind of
Right.
obvious how people pick favorites, and that's the one thing I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Debo put up back-to-back 40-point games and averaged 28 against the Bucks had the best. The Bucks had the craziest defense that year,
Right.
and he was giving them buckets. Tatum came and get. Tatum was shooting so bad from the field; it was actually kind of crazy. And like I'm looking at it as like I love Tatum, and yes, he's a young player, but I do that for any young player. If they play bad, they play bad. Bro, Jaylen Brown was the number one option on that team during the finals.
He was open. He had some terrible down.
JB was dropping buckets.
Yeah, he was open.
So yeah, man, like I said, Tatum got a lot of room to grow too. I don't think this one thing is gonna be is bad, but he definitely played awful, and I just think him to use a mid range more.
Yeah, he for sure get it. His mid range is terrible. And I don't know why. That makes sense for his mid range to be that bad.
Because it was gassed up a lot. Like how good his mid range is gonna be, but he wasn't hitting it.
But you know what's so crazy? Like people gas something up till you actually watch the product, and then like, oh, that's what y'all was gassing up. That's exactly how. So like, and the same thing with Debo. Debo had a bad 3-point percentage, still averaging 28. And
you know what's crazy about Book? Book be having games like that, and he only hit like 1 3. That's just pure buckets.
He'll have 1 3 and still has like 40 points.
Yeah, bro. You know how hard that is.
Debo,
A lot of dudes can't do that.
In the mid.
That's
when he dropped that 40.
It's still the craziest thing how in his 70-point game he hit 4 threes.
Bro, that man is insane.
It was nothing but pure buckets. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I want KD to be on this team so bad, because like pure buckets, bro. Pure buckets will be given. I don't care how boring people think it is. Of these dudes just lighting teams up from the mid range. You know how happy I would be. I'd be smiling the whole time.
That's so helpful in the playoffs.
Listen to this. Devin Booker, he had 41 against the Grizzlies in April, 3 threes. I
remember that game.
Let me know the game against the Bulls.
He had 49 on the Nuggets, 2 threes.
That's buckets,
let me know the game against the Bulls in February, because I know he dropped 40 plus that game. I was there. I don't remember him hitting
that game was February.
Hey, you know what's so funny about that game? You know about that game? You know what's so funny about that game?
Zach LaVine.
When people were talking about Zach LaVine was better than D-Book, and then D-Book had to come in there and gave them buckets, and it's so crazy because we almost lost that game because DeMar DeRozan went bonkers.
Well, we also took our player.
That was the game where we were up like 20, and then they like almost came back in the last minutes with their bench.
The bench players are hooping.
DeMar started cooking them.
They had DeMar out there while we had fucking Ishwin right on him. So,
but yeah, Book had 38 that game. He hit 5 threes.
Okay.
My favorite game was
hitting that much.
Game 4 against the Bucks last year at the finals. That game where he was
40.
42
That
or
was just
something. 40, yeah.
nothing but buckets.
That was the
giving,
best
bro.
like pure bucket game I've ever seen.
I can't believe we lost both of those games.
I'm just about to say, bro.
Man,
Y'all know how annoying it
we're
is that we
I'm
lost
not gonna
both.
say the name. I'm not gonna say the name, but you know why.
Good God. I will say, in one of those games, Chris played straight.
Yeah, game 3.
I
he
think,
Was
he
played
had
it-
21
was
I
it-
think
Game
game
five,
5 he had like
yeah.
21 and 11 or something like that.
Man.
Was it game 4 where because I know it was in Milwaukee. Was it game 4 where Book had like 40 and and it was close at the end and then
And Chris
Chris
Paul
Paul
slipped?
had that turnover.
That turnover,
he slipped
yeah.
on his
Yeah, I
fucking
was-
Bro,
feet.
and you know what's so
I was
crazy
at
though?
that game, man. It happened right in front of my face.
Debo was literally on a stretch of getting 50. He was close
That game
to
4, I
50.
think, is when I thought we was gonna lose the series. After game 4, I was like, we're losing the series. 100% is when I felt that way.
Because Chris, I didn't
want to say it on the
Yeah.
TL, even though I was kind of subliminally saying it. But
A player like Chris
Bro.
Paul making a mistake like that, it's like, damn.
And are we matching DA if we win the finals, or are we maxing?
Oh
him?
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
if we
'cause
win
that-
the
'cause
finals,
that's-
we're signing him the day after the ceremony, man.
Yeah,
And
because that's more money, first of
Wait,
all.
guys,
You win a
so
chip.
crazy too?
Yeah, I just-
Sarver
I
wouldn't have
just
no
saw this.
choice. Sarver wouldn't have a choice. Sarver would actually have to do it.
Yeah, because that's more money, first of all. You could sell
If you win
like,
it,
oh,
yeah.
this is a
If you win it,
championship
if you win a chip, you have no choice but to keep that team
Yeah.
together.
team. Mhm.
So, like I
I
said,
feel like
man.
nobody talks about this. So those 2 games in the finals, right? He had 82 points in game 4 and 5, like
Oh
combined,
my god.
Mhm.
on 2 3-pointers and 12 free throws.
Oh
That's it.
my
Jeez,
God.
pure
That's
buckets.
ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying,
Dude,
bro. It's
please
like when
tweet
people,
that.
and I hate when people
Tweet that
talk
shit,
about
Arian.
Devin
Tweet
Booker
that
I
shit.
got you.
That shit's gonna bang.
I hate when people talk about Devin Booker. He's not like that. Like, look what he's doing right now.
That free throws part.
People talk about he's the most overrated. Like,
Yeah, that free
Dude,
throws
I
line
would-
is gonna hit because
he-
people say he's a flopper. Like he really be getting free throws or something. He got to flop because he don't get calls.
Man, what? You got people like Brandon over here say, hey, bro, draw more fouls. Man, Brandon, shut up. But, man, like,
He wants
We-
everyone to
like-
play like James Harden.
he don't need it. Like, the thing is, he don't even need to do that. He gets buckets. Like I said, man, I don't got, for D-Book, this next year,
It would be nice if he did though.
yeah,
That's more
I don't
points for him.
like
If he
I
got a little
get
more
it.
free throws, he'd already be averaging 27.
Oh, yeah,
a game.
but the thing is,
But
that's
that
on the
ain't
resume.
that's not really his fault though. Yeah.
That's exactly that's on the resume not called. Like the resume not gonna give him that. The resume not gonna give him that. But
Mm.
like I said, it's I just want D-Book to have another pure
Oh,
bucket
shit.
getter next time. That's
Dude.
all I want.
Devin Booker winning a championship is like the number one thing that I want out of sports ever.
Oh, yeah,
like
for sure.
I've never wanted something more than I want D Book to get
It's
a ring.
very listen. It's
For
very
sure.
possible. It's very possible if they make
Yeah,
the
for
correct
sure.
moves.
Because then he's gonna have a statue in Arizona.
Oh yeah,
He
easy.
would literally have a
would.
statue. Yeah, he
One
have a statue
ring.
here.
He low key
And
might
they
have
have-
a statue anyway.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
know-
say
you
he
know-
might have
you
a
know-
statue anyway, but that'll
You know
solidify
what's
it.
so crazy? You know what the statue has to be? Him
Him
laying
laying on
down
the
with
ground.
that- Yeah, exactly.
They gotta put it up on a pedestal though, so people aren't just like
Yeah.
touching that
It's
shit.
Leave it there.
either him like shooting a fadeaway or him laying down on the ground.
Yeah.
Unless he hits some iconic like final shot, then they'll have to make
Right,
it down.
it'd be
The
But
like-
hypest thing that D-Book ever did, and it didn't count when he dunked on Giannis. I was
Oh,
cocked
my-
out.
This
dude,
is
that-
random. but
Should've
do
been
y'all
a
remember that
flagrant.
game? I want to say it was either this year or last year. It was when we played the Sixers, and Thibault was low key clamping Book,
And in the last,
Yeah.
and Book in the last second hit that fade in his
Yeah.
face, and,
Yeah,
and
bro.
finger wagged him.
That's the
Yeah,
definition
bro.
of buckets, man.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what?
That was so funny to me.
You know what Thibault said? He said he's just good at basketball. I can't
Yeah,
do nothing.
yeah, 'cause he couldn't even cap because Thibault was in his pocket the whole game. I didn't even
Hey,
cap.
I gotta respect, like, bro. And the thing is too, like, that's how kids are just like that, bro. If somebody's in D-Book's jaw, pause. We
Yeah.
can't even like we don't talk bad about D. We don't
not gonna
talk
lie.
bad about it. We say D-Book's like he's getting clamped right now. Like there's no wrong. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
'cause
with saying
Thibault
that.
had him in hell that game.
Yeah,
and
he
then
he
Book
Yeah,
just
Thibault
said-
had him.
all over.
I believe.
He
and
had
I
him
was
frustrating
and then-
everything.
Yeah, I've
And then
tweeted that
D-Book-
before.
And
Yeah,
then D-Book was
Thibault had
like,
him in hell.
and then D-Book was like, hold up now. I know this boy ain't trying to clamp me like that. Let me put this full court on his eye real
I
quick.
wish Thibault was like just not absolutely useless on offense because he'd be a good player. He's still a
Oh,
good player, but he's
absolutely.
damn useless. It's 4-on-5 out there on offense with that man on the court.
Hey man, sometimes put up with Mikal. I'm not gonna say no names, but Mikal be feeling hey, Mikal
I'm
be
weak.
looking at that too.
Mikel's on, and the crazy part is he makes Mikel look like a damn scorer on offense. 'Cause he's that bad on offense.
Exactly.
He's that bad
But
on
yeah.
offense, bro. Mikel,
But yeah,
he'll do something.
on offense.
But yeah, I think like I said, man, this is gonna be a very important. If the option goes the way we wanted to go, whew, the
James
possibility of
Jones'
winning the
legacy is
chip,
on the line.
I'm
James
buying
Jones'
that
legacy
KD
is
jersey
Said it.
immediately, man.
Yeah.
He said his legacy's on the line.
but nah, but for
That's
real, like,
facts, though.
but think about it though. If KD comes here, bro, there's gonna be some crazy.
Scared if Kyrie goes to
Warriors,
the Clippers.
Suns,
If
Pelicans,
Kyrie goes to the Clippers, it's gonna
Clippers.
be
Kyrie
scary.
Irving might go to the Clippers, bro. Like the trade, bro, it's gonna be crazy. That's
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. If Kyrie goes to the Clippers, and they're healthy, man, I don't know who's beating that team.
Be
shit. I don't
disgusting.
shit. I don't give a fuck. We
They would be
gonna beat them. I
disgusting.
don't care. They will be disgusting. But I got so. Hey, listen, man. I don't care.
I will
I just need-
say, out of everybody though, if we did have Kevin, I think we'd have the best duo in the league.
Oh yeah, that's. But that's
That
the
don't mean
thing,
we
though.
will win
You
it
won-
all, but I feel like we'd have the best duo in the league. To me
And the thing is,
personally,
too, and you know what's so crazy? If we do get through the West with that duo, I don't fear no team. I don't fear
Yeah, nah.
no team in the East.
in the East,
Yeah,
oh yeah, nah.
I'm still
No
scared of
team in the East.
Milwaukee. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna
would be
lie.
scared
Nah.
of them too.
nah.
But the only reason I
I'm
wouldn't is
not-
because Kevin was giving him hell by his damn self.
Exactly.
So if they have
And-
No,
Book on top of that,
I just
And
but
you
I'd
didn't-
still be
you
scared
didn't
of.
kinda-
Yeah, I'd still be scared of Giannis though, because
Don't,
Giannis
yeah,
is
Giannis.
he's
and
the best
thing is,
player in the
though, like,
world.
They kind of lose. They're
I'm not
losing,
changing my
like,
mind
kinda
on it.
key defensive players too, because Peter Tucker's gone, and like who's gonna be able to guard
Yeah. Yeah,
KD?
we got to see what the Bucks do though. But yeah, Giannis is the best player in the world. By the way, I just want to
Oh,
make that
absolutely.
clear.
I
to
don't know
everyone.
why.
Oh, yeah.
Even if we get Kevin, I'm still
Hey.
giving it to Giannis for right now.
Brandon,
Absolutely. I'm
did you
giving
hear
it
that,
to- I'm giving it to
Brandon?
Giannis all day.
Brandon, did you hear that shit?
What?
That Giannis is the best player in the league?
I agree.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
What?
He said what?
I'm
You did not
sorry,
agree.
bro.
You did not agree a week ago, man.
What did I
Giannis
say?
is
What did
the
I say a
best
week
player in the
ago?
league.
I think
You
he
said
far
K, when we did the
none.
player
LeBron's the best
ranking.
player,
You said no. He said KD.
No, okay,
That's
you
fine,
are
though. That's
taking
only
my
other
shit
person
out of
that-
context though, because
That's
we
the only
changed
person
our.
that makes
No,
sense
you
to say,
guys,
though.
you guys kept changing how we're ranking players. Because I said pure basketball skill, KD is better than Giannis. That's what I kept saying.
I'm gonna be real. That's the same thing they used against AD versus Giannis, and we see how that went.
But there's no denying KD is a better
Yeah, but AD's
basketball
not,
player.
AD's not Kevin Durant though.
KD is a better
not
basketball
close to Kevin
player
Durant.
skill wise
Yeah, yeah.
than Giannis is.
Oh yeah, no, you're completely right.
So
but we talking about
that's
the
what I
pure
was saying.
best- we talking about pure best player. Giannis.
Right. If
Mhm.
we're talking,
Bro, imagine Giannis and freaking Devin Booker on the same team. Oh my god. Ah!
They're gonna let Miami get Ty Washington, bro.
No, well, I like that. I just want my guy to get drafted. That's a good place for him.
Win no more
Come
to
on, Ty. Stand
win
up,
no more
Phoenix.
to the Mavericks. I think
I'm
that's
getting a
pretty
Ty
good, bro.
Washington jersey. So wherever he gets drafted, I'm getting a jersey. We don't get a lot of guys from
Few
Phoenix.
couple
man.
jerseys I need to get.
Yeah,
All
I
I
sent
know
out the
is-
tweet. I sent out the finals tweet.
Hey,
Hey, we've been going for a minute now. So before we wrap this up, I
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
on
hear
2K.
from all of you. What do we think the package is for Kevin Durant? Fuck the picks. I don't care about the picks. Just tell me the
the
players.
players.
Jay Crowder, DeAndre Ayton,
And
campaign.
Shamit.
I don't think the Nets are
Shamit.
accepting that.
Or Dario's gonna be
I
in
think
it.
you
It's
have to
gonna be
Dario
put-
is gone. I need Dario off the team, bro. I need Dario off the team so bad.
I
care about
don't
the team.
think you get KD without trading Mikel or Cam.
Or Cam.
Johnson.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm fine.
We have
I'm
to throw one
fine
on.
with getting rid of Cam. I'm completely fine with getting rid of Cam.
See, I
Me too.
think
I don't care if they
100%.
do it, but the only thing is, I think KD gonna control that situation. So I don't think they really gonna be.
I think he's looking at. He's probably looking to keep Mikel and get rid of Cam.
Yeah.
So I
And the Nets-
think DA, Cam Johnson, probably Dario because that's great salary filler.
If you get Dario off the team,
And
bro,
Jay?
I don't care about him.
cool out on Dario, man.
Man, get Dario.
He
off
wasn't
the
playing
team,
bad
bro.
in the finals.
bro.
He wasn't
Listen,
playing bad.
I was on his head, but I wasn't. But then again, I was only on his head though because I thought he was scared. He looked scared at times to me. Oh, that
I like
Lakers series.
Dario.
Oh my goodness.
But
Listen,
sometimes he
listen.
be hooping.
Yeah, that Lakers series, he was
Hey,
terrified.
listen.
I ain't gonna cap,
Hey, listen,
but
bro,
he's a good, smart player, though.
Get Dario off the team, bro. I don't care, bro. Get that man.
I
off
like
the team.
Dario, but let's be honest, he just does not have a spot on this team anymore.
He does not.
he does as a backup four.
He's
You
a
know,
good play. He's a good player.
He's just not a 5. He looked worse because our dumb franchise had him as a backup 5 when he's not a 5.
4. He's a
Yeah, that
legit
man's a
4.
4. He has no athleticism to be no 5,
But
and
the
he can't
thing is,
jump,
though, if we
and he
get
don't
KD,
rebound well.
we have a legit 4 on the team.
Don't even
Yeah,
matter
so
because
he'll be-
KD's playing the 4 next season, so who cares?
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's so many
but
people
yeah, I like
saying
him as a backup
Mikhail is
4 though.
untouchable.
Yeah, they going
Mikhail's
too far.
Mikhail's
I love him,
untouchable,
man.
man.
So many people are
Mikhail-
saying
I
that.
like that, but they're
Mikhail's
going
not
too far.
untouchable. Mikhail's not untouchable. Mikhail is definitely
No,
able to get ready.
All right, guys. Chris Paul is definitely untouchable.
I want Chris Paul to team so bad, bro. You
Motherfuckers
understand?
shouldn't be untouchable either, honestly.
I'll
Keep
promise
him in a
you,
beam.
that's
They'll just keep him though, just
I
because it makes sense to keep him with Book and KD.
Bro,
It just
but
makes
think
sense
about it,
to keep
bro.
him.
Give him to the Spurs, and we get DeJounte Murray, bro.
Yeah.
The Spurs
All
would
right.
fucking hang up the
DeJounte,
phone.
Book,
No?
and KD.
Oh my
Alright.
God, I can imagine
The
that.
Spurs would hang the phone up so fast. I want no
They
goddamn Chris
really
Paul.
would. Hey, yo, you want a 37-year-old Chris Paul? What?
I'm kind of confused on though why the hell they're trying to get rid of Dejounte. What the fuck is wrong with them?
I don't
Like,
know.
why are they having talks about even getting rid of that man?
Pop's going senile.
And the
Yeah, that's
Hawks want
wild.
the Hawks want to pair him and Trae Young together, which is weird.
That's weird.
It's not. I get it.
They
'cause
fit,
Trae
though.
Paul,
They fit, but it's like
It is
the
random,
Hawks
though.
have other problems.
Completely
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
left field.
The defense is bad, so it's like,
I mean, DeJounte's a good defender.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's why it would work.
They're gonna lose key players though to get to that.
They're losing John Collins and Clint Capella. They have no front
They
court.
losing
at all.
bums. Fuck them niggas.
Yeah.
I'd get
Yeah,
Dejounte.
it sucks, man.
Yeah.
No goddamn
No, the
John
worst is the
Collins.
worst thing I heard was when some Suns fans were saying they replace Aiden with Clint Capella.
It's
Oh,
I was
disgusting.
like, that's
I would
disgusting.
smack everyone.
Bro, wasn't Capella losing his minutes to the young guy?
Yeah.
yes.
I'm
He
like,
was
it's not
literally
it's not the
losing his minutes
2018
to
like
the kiddo.
Rockets anymore.
Yeah, what's his name? Okongu or something? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Dude,
Yeah,
where
Okongwu.
these Suns fans just want us to be the Rockets?
Yeah.
I hated that team too.
I
I hated that
I-
team with a passion.
I
hated
hated
how they
that team
played.
too.
I loved
hated how
watching
they
James
played.
Harden. But
That
Yeah,
was
James
the only
Harden was
time.
fun.
That was the
Yeah.
only time that I was like, since I became a Suns fan, that I was like rooting for the Warriors technically because I fucking hated that Rockets team. I hated how they
Wow.
played basketball.
Miami
Dude.
passed on Ty. They took
Nikola Jokic.
Nikola
Gross.
Jovic.
Hey, I don't know why
They will
Hardy hasn't
fucking
been
pay
picked
for
yet.
that. They will pay.
I don't know why Hardy has not been picked yet, but it's kind of sick because Hardy's really like that for real.
Come
But
on,
yeah,
Suns,
let's
trade
wrap
for
this.
Kennedy Chandler.
Hey man, what if we get Jaden Hardy? Y'all be fine with that?
Yeah.
Okay, we good then. All right, let's wrap this up, man.
Yeah, let's
Boys,
get it going.
this might
Thank
be a
you,
very interesting- I hope they all listen to this podcast too, because they're like, "Why you say this about us?" Because I did.
All right.
Jesus.
I wanna shout out Quis and Rod really quick. Appreciate you guys for taking some time out of your day
Yep.
and talking hoops with us.
Of course, man. We all like talking hoops.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the We Know Ball podcast. Shout out to everyone who was active in chat in the live. Thank you for everyone who tuned into the live. You can find us on all social media at WKB Podcast. We're not fuck TikTok. We're not posting TikToks, man.
Mood, talk that talk.
I know I kept saying we were going to post TikToks, but we're not. It's just not happening. So,
Talk that talk, young man.
TikToks, guys.
He's spitting.
You can find me on Twitter at Mikkel Bridge. You guys can take turns announcing your shit. I don't really feel like
I'm
calling
not
it.
plugging shit, yeah.
They already know who I am. I ain't gotta say nothing. They know
Yeah.
what it is.
All right. Once
Change
again,
that if we trade Mikhail, I just want to throw that in there real quick.
I know I'll be ready for it. It'll probably just be my name or some shit. I'm working on it. But yeah, once again, thank you for listening to this episode, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace. All right,
You
man.
should
I gotta
change
go.
your